In case I forget later, we are parked in Dory, row 404. It is a beautiful Central Florida wintry day. As you can tell, the sun's out. Gorgeous weather. Perfect day to head into EPCOT. For EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. Hey Figment. Greetings everyone, welcome back to Theme Park Flavors, a vegan adventure where we explore some storytelling in theme parks and then eat some plant-based food. Today's no different. We're here at the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts for two specific reasons. Number one, to eat some plant-based food, check out the offerings for this year's festival, and to meet the artist who created this. I got so many compliments this morning coming in about my t-shirt. We're here to meet the artist who made this print, along with many other things. And I'm very excited. And for those who don't know, the image on my shirt, this is Gus, Phineas, and Ezra, the hitchhiking ghosts from the Haunted Mansion. And they're in tiki form. Two of the best things ever, Haunted Mansion and tikis. Now, I'm here to meet the artist who made this, and his name is Jeff Granito. And he'll be doing live art back there at the Odyssey from 2 to 4 today. It's only about 12:30, so we have some time to take a lap around World Showcase, find some plant-based options, some food to eat, because I'm getting a little rumbly in the tumbly, and talk about Mr. Jeff Granito before meeting him. Let's go. One of my all-time favorite touches every festival are these paint tubes. This one is Autumn Flower Orange, and it looks like the tube has been opened, and the paint has spilled here in this flower garden. Here's Little Spark of Yellow, and it's spilling out that way. 2023 series. And of course, Royal Purple Pigment, and that's spilling out this way. Just a dash of color to brighten up your day. They say there are two kinds of people in the world. Those who enter World Showcase and go towards Mexico, and those who enter World Showcase towards Canada. We always go to Canada first. Not for anything in Canada, but only because it's a shorter trip to the Rose and Crown. I always enjoy looking for hidden Mickeys in my bubbles. One thing I love about coming to EPCOT year-round is that you come here to this festival in the winter and they cut all the trees back. Then you come back in the spring for Flower and Garden and they're growing, and buy food and wine, they're back to their full glory. Between England and over the way to France is one of my favorite places to come and hang out. It's typically quiet and not crowded, and it's just a nice place to sit and chill, check out the water and the seagulls. We should be at the beach, but they're here. Anyway, but it's also a great place to sit and talk about Mr. Jeff Granito. As much as we enjoy doing storytelling and history on this channel, I'll leave the history portion out of it. Today I want to focus on the storytelling that is inspiration. Where does inspiration come from? Jeff Granito says that his primary inspiration came from the graphics and things that he saw growing up, whether it be on a lunchbox or a poster or some toy packaging or an advertisement. But he said he drew a lot of inspiration from simply being at the Disney parks. There is one pretty powerful thing that Jeff Granito and I have in common, and he said this once, that some of his favorite memories are being at the parks with his family, taking in the sights and the sounds. And I think it's pretty cool that he began as a fan, as a guest here in the parks, developed into this amazing artist, and now is here making art here at the International Festival of the Arts. It's pretty inspiring. I like that. Now it's getting close to 2 o'clock. We'll head back that way. But first, blood orange braised beet tartare with mustard vinaigrette, pickled clamshell, mushrooms, and golden beets. $5.50. And you can tell it's plant-based because of the icon right there. Remember the importance of looking up. There's a painter's palette, some paintbrushes, and a little sketch up there here at the Gourmet Landscapes. Well, it wouldn't be an EPCOT festival if it didn't enjoy one meal on top of a trash can. Here's our beef tartare. I'm sorry, not beef, beet tartare. Okay, that is so good. The beets are nice and fresh. I love this mushroom, earthy mushroom. You got little pumpkin seeds up on the top here. This is some kind of a creamy plant-based blue cheese. It's so good. And you got the crunch from these little pepitos, little pumpkin seeds. Overall, a well-balanced dish. I love it. So good. I would say success. What can I say about my meeting with Jeff Granito, except it was so cool. He was such a great person to talk to. We talked a lot about the art that I purchased, and I'll show you guys in a second, and about tikis and the Disney Sea, and this is what I purchased right here. It is a Jungle Cruise print. It says here Jungle Cruise, Jungle Navigation Company Limited. He signed it down there in the corner, that's the print. But then, he drew a little toucan sitting on top of a Dole Whip wearing some Mickey ears. He drew that right there when I was sitting there talking to him. And he wrote it for Ken with mucho aloha and dated it 1/28/23. We talked a little bit about my obsession with the Disney Sea and the storyline that is all of that, and just how much I love his art. And there's that little toucan right there. Pretty cool stuff. Then on the back side is a little biography. It said Jeff Granito was born and raised in Southern California, minutes away from the happiest place on earth. Way too fearful of Pirates of the Caribbean and too motion sensitive for teacups, he spent much of his time soaking in the design and art that created the magical park. He spent hours as a child drawing pictures and making paper sculptures of many different attractions. So according to this, he didn't like the rides, but he loved just being immersed in the environment. He would construct the Matterhorn out of Legos and recreate roller coasters that he would only dare ride in his imagination. He says he's most content absorbing the view, shopping bags in hand. Okay, here at Modern, we're gonna check out the compressed watermelon tataki, plant-based, $4.75, with pickled watermelon rind, yuzu pearls, watermelon foam, and wasabi. Okay, here's my watermelon tataki. I didn't know what a tataki was until I looked it up. And it turns out that a tataki is in Japanese cuisine, according to legend, invented by a 17th century samurai after meeting with European travelers who cooked food on a grid at very high temperatures. It's used mainly for cooking fish, especially tuna, which makes sense because watermelon and tuna kind of have the same look about them. So let's give it a try. It said the secret to this type of cooking is the temperature of the pan, which must be very, very high. I'm not sure about this one. It tastes like a watermelon salad. I mean, if you add the wasabi over there in the corner, then yeah, it gives it kind of a sushi flavor, but I don't know, we're still gonna continue digging in and see what happens. I mean, it tastes like a watermelon salad. I love watermelon. And you add a little bit of wasabi, then I get it. It's kind of what I remember tuna tasting like when I was eating tuna years ago. But it still tastes like watermelon with wasabi. And these little orange things are very, very sweet. Still more digging to do. Okay, it's getting better as the flavors combine. Those very finely cubed white things, I'm not sure what they were, I have to go back and look, are super duper savory and super duper delicious. And overall, I mean, I like the sesame seeds on top. Be careful with the wasabi. Wasabi is pretty strong. I guess I liked it better than I thought. I liked it a lot, actually. This wall is a wall of art that features artists celebrated here at this year's festival, including one from Jeff down there. We'll take a look at that in a second. But the sign right here says, Drawing on Inspiration, Celebrating EPCOT. EPCOT was created as a tribute to human connection and achievement, a celebration of the magic of possibility. In honor of EPCOT's 40th anniversary, this exhibition showcases art based on the stirring stories and optimistic spirit found throughout the park. Just as EPCOT inspired the artists, may these works fill you with joy of imagination and a hopeful excitement for the future. So I could have purchased this and gotten Jeff to sign it, but I chose the Jungle Navigation one because it was a little more my style. But this is pretty cool. This is titled Finest Feast in France. And that is exactly what we talked about earlier today. Drawing inspiration from the theme parks, from the characters, from the visuals, from the music, from all angles. I like that. It was a really cool little find at the end as I'm heading home. So we're going to end today's video right here, right now, but don't leave yet. I have something very special at the end to share with you. I just want to say this. We'll come back again shortly to see the rest of the festival. We didn't even cover half a World Showcase. We just went to the pub and back a couple times. But I wanted to make sure I met that amazing artist. Oh, look. Sorry, can't ever miss a monorail when it passes by. We'll come back again soon and cover the rest of the plant-based options here at the festival. And yeah, stay tuned for something really cool. But there's an amazing flamenco guitar player coming up here right now to end today's video, and I'll see all of you a little later. Thanks again. Bye.